It's time for the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Powerful and liberating business strategies you can start in 5 minutes or less. Now, here's your host, Dean Soto.
Hey, this is Dean Soto, founder of FreedomIn5Minutes.com, and we're here with another Freedom in 5 Minutes episode. Today's topic is this. It's not about winning, it's about learning. That and more coming up. All right, so while you're listening to this, I might have already completed it. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but after, before, whatever. But anyway, for those who've been listening for a while, I have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. That's right. About 2 months ago, I had set a 90-day goal, a 90-day target to compete in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. This is something that I have never done. At least I've never done any type of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I take that back. I did a little bit while I was in the military, very, very little. But one of the targets was to actually compete in a tournament. Well, guess what? It is right around the corner. Literally right around the corner. I will be heading out tomorrow, and then the next day is the tournament. And so by the time you hear this, I might be at the tournament or it might just be after. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to post this one, but either way, it is very, very close. So the thing about this, and it relates to business big time, is that we're put in positions where we have a lot of pressure. So this tournament is a lot of pressure. So it's down in San Diego. I'm actually driving down with my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach from Fresno Ultimate Martial Arts over here. And he is so kind to actually come down and do this with me. He made himself available. We're driving down together. We're staying in an Airbnb, then doing the tournament and driving back that same night. So it's going to be a very interesting, ow, my fingers are hurting from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's going to be a very interesting next couple of days. So one of the things that a lot of people keep on asking me is, are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for sure. But ultimately, this whole thing is, I really do not expect to be the white belt jiu-jitsu tournament champion of the world. I've only been doing this 2 months. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it, but ultimately it is to see what I have, to learn how to work under pressure, how to act in a way where it's something completely new, because this literally is something completely new. I've never really done a tournament like this. I think I did it once when I was in karate back when I was really, really, really little, but I have not really done something like this before. And then on top of that, when you are going against people in the same gym that you're in, you get used to how everybody works, right? And how everybody does has their technique and everything like that. So you start getting used to those things. So this is somebody who is completely different. I don't know how they roll, literally. I don't know how they roll, and so it's going to be something completely new. The cool thing is they don't know how I roll either, so we're kind of coming in this completely blind. And so, yeah, I'm nervous, but ultimately, this is going to be a really cool, fun learning experience, and I actually get to spend time with my coach and talk and find out more about him, and it'll be really good. But to get to this, I had to do a lot of different things, namely to cut weight. I actually ended up cutting between 12 and 15 pounds to get to a lower weight bracket. And that was one of the ultimate goals of this, was to lose weight as well. So it's there. I'm actually under 200 pounds, which I have not been under 200 pounds in a while. And so it's there. We're rocking and rolling and everything like that. So why is this important, Dean? Why are you even talking about all of this stuff? There really is not a, this doesn't seem like it's a business application. Well, here is the reason why it's important, all right, is that when you set targets, specifically 30, 60, or 90-day targets, and you put them in a way where they're going to hold you accountable and they're very specific and very measured, you will end up either hitting the target, exceeding the target, or coming dang close to the target. I'm about halfway to my financial target for the next 90 days. For 90 days, I still have about a month left to hit this, but my financial target, I'm doing way better than I would have if I didn't set that 90-day target, right? For my spiritual target, I'm already set with that. That one, I just need to set I'm developing a ministry type thing. And then for my family, that one has been going, and I just need to set. I don't want to say what it is, because if my wife listens to this, she'll know what it is. But all that being said, this type of stuff, like when you put pressure on yourself. So say you tell a customer that you're going to do something by a certain time, or you set a target for yourself that you're going to have X amount of ads running by this time or that time, you put yourself in a situation where you are forced to perform. Okay? You put yourself in a situation where you are forced to perform. And more often than not, you're going to meet it. That stress is good stress. It sucks because it's nice to just hang back and do nothing. But this stress is good stress, right? And so I challenge you right now, do you have 30, 60, 90-day targets? Do you have measurable targets for those things? 90-day targets, something that's measurable. So for example, rather than something where it's like, I want to go from 200 pounds to 180, rather than doing that, it's, I want to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament, or I want to run a marathon within the next 90 days, or do an Ironman, or do something like that. That type of measured target will get you to that desired outcome, okay? If you don't have one of those right now, I challenge you to make one. Make the little 5-minute decision that, hey, even if it's just one thing, you know what? I want to lose weight. I'm going to run a marathon in 90 days. I'm going to find a marathon and I'm going to register for it and go. For me, it was, I'm going to do a tournament, register for it and go, right? The closest one was San Diego, and that was it's a long drive, but no excuses, right? And so this is where it becomes so important, because it forces you to grow in a rate that will blow your mind, right? The simple decision, the simple target will force you to grow in ways that you never thought you could before, and will keep you from being static and stagnant, which is is exactly what happens when you don't have a target, when you don't have outcomes, you don't have goals and things like that you want to set, right? So I challenge you to do that right now, to set a target, even if it's just one. It might be a business target. It might be a body target. It might be a spiritual or a family target. Just set one. Make the decision right now to set one. Take the 5 minutes to write it down, what it's going to be, when you're going to do it, and move forward with it. All right. So this is Dean Soto with Freedom in 5 Minutes. Man, we got some awesome things that are going to be happening over the next few weeks, next few months as well. Going to have a lot more interviews from people. Already have interviews lined up. So there's going to be a lot more people who are joining us on this podcast. And of course, we'll have a lot more stories and things to help you make some amazing business decisions, strategic business decisions that you can implement, that you can start going forward and moving in 5 minutes or less. Get it started. Let's go. That's the biggest thing, is to get it started. So this is Dean Soto with the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. I will catch you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Now, head over to www.freedomin5minutes.com and register for our free masterclass and discover how to start systemizing and automating your entire business 5 minutes at a time. We'll see you next time on the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast.